Hi, this is Dr. Kathy, and it is June 23rd. And those of us that are here live, we were chatting about the different things going on in life this solstice week. It's been interesting. And Houston area, and I know there are other places in the country that are dealing with floods, tornadoes. Hold on one second. Let me pick the kid up. Come here, you. All right. This is Brutus, and he's 13, and sometimes he just sits there quietly, but today he's not going to, so I'm just going to put him on my lap and see what we can do. So anyway, we're talking about all the things that are going on. We've had irritability in my house. Other people are saying they just have been in a funk, and Amma's going to come and talk about some things when we get to her message. And we are going to do our healing ceremony. And of course, first, let's do our protection, folks. So those of you who know about the heart source, say heart source. And for everyone else, you can still say heart source, but we're going to take you through it. Focus on the front of your heart chakra, right there in the center of your chest. Even if you don't know what a heart chakra is, you can just put your hand there and just imagine that you're going internally, your consciousness moving internally into the front of your heart chakra. Breathe. Okay, good. And now, keeping awareness there, but move your consciousness around to the back and find the back of your heart chakra. It's right across from the front, but in the back, it's amazing how sometimes people seem to be going right. Somebody's a little bit too far to the right. And if you feel like, oh, I'm just going right in, go deeper and deeper. It's like through a hallway or a tunnel or alleyway, and then you step right into this expansive space, which is your sacred space. There you go. Notice how your energy changes when you get into these wonderful places. Now move around to the front, go into the front of your brow chakra, which is the front of your third eye, the sixth chakra. And keep going deep within there and ask to be seen, ask to be shown the violet flame, which is waiting there for activation. It's already active in one way, but we're going to activate it even more. And now go to the back and go into the back of the third eye. There you go. Just allow yourself to go in. And now, imagine, form, draw, whatever, a beam of energy from your heart to your third eye. It's like you go right up the center of you. Feel the change. There's a connection, and now move that beam of energy straight up to the center of the universe. It knows where to go. Good. And now, keeping it at the center of the universe, move everything straight down that beam of energy into the center of the earth. There you go. And as Amma says, you are grounded above and below. There. Breathe deeply. I've done some breath work before where people teach you different types of breath work, and I just got a book on it and was reading it, and it was talkie's the introduction. He said, I never knew that just learning how to breathe can change your health and your energy. So I want you just to inhale through your nose deeply, easily. Hold your breath for a few seconds. And then release the breath through your mouth. Do that again. This time we'll count. Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just breathe normally, but notice any changes. Notice any changes. I got calmer even though I was doing it in between talking. And now, Michael's sword. Say, those of you who have the sword, say, I am the sword. Those of you who do not have the sword yet, please ask Archangel Michael, to come and be with you, and ask him if you may now have his sword, the sword of protection, the sword of truth, the sword of transmutation. And he will say yes. And just place your dominant hand out, palm up, asking for his sword, and he will place the hilt of his sword in your hand. I always feel it when I do it, and I just put my hand around it, and then I move my hand up where the sword is pointed straight up. Hold it in front of your heart. Place the sword within your heart. The energy of the sword will just go right through you. I shouldn't say through you, throughout you. It'll go all the way throughout your energy field. And as we said earlier, I am the sword. And you do become the sword all the way through the 7th layer of your aura. You can even ask to go through the 8th layer of your aura. And then your fingers can even be the sword. Your body can be the sword. You can, let's say if you're going to the grocery store or something, and you go in and you say, I am the sword. And wherever your aura extends, you transmute energy through that store. You just transmute energy, any low vibration energy. It doesn't matter how low it is, it will come higher. And it's a wonderful way to be a light worker when you're grocery shopping or you're at whatever place you are, restaurant, anything like that. Staying within your heart source. And now we'll do a little healing work. You can extend, you can get everything going so you can release congestion. And especially those of you who felt like it's been a weird week, set your intention to release any congestion in your chakras and just say, chakras spin as fast as is safe for me. And your healing team, part of whom is your soul self, will control that. Spin. Just let it spin and it will come out. And the energy comes out into your aura. And as you do this, it's really a special experience that many people don't know about. I think we learned about it in the Sacred, Hidden Structures book, is that as that energy leaves the chakras, and chakras go through your aura, is as it goes through each layer, there is a transmutation that's occurring, and you are the sword. So there is a transmutation of energy occurring. And you can do the same kind of healing experience, breathing experience, I meant to say. Good. And now let's activate that violet flame. Violet flame, activate around the 7th layer of my aura. And now, heart source, expand to whichever is larger, either the tips of my fingers when I hold my arms out or the 7th layer of the aura. And this is another level of protection. So the heart source is your Merkaba, and you can expand it around you. So here's another little healing thing. People who felt like they were in a funk or they're irritable. Call forth the consciousness of your funk energy, or the consciousness of your irritability, the consciousness of the fear of not being, excuse me, of not being safe. Somebody was talking about tornadoes that they were having where they were and not feeling safe. Ask for the consciousness of that energy to come. It'll just come out. It will. Now, ask that energy if it has a message for you. You could say, why are you here? You think you might know, since there's been tornadoes and the house is leaking and stuff like that. But ask for something specific. Come on, Bruce. Healing, excuse me, healing team. Just call your healing team to you. Find the wound that is most active within you now, that is either behind the funk, behind the fear of whatever's happening in your life, the irritability, whatever that is. Healing team, please use the basic plugin and bring healing to that wound. I'm not going through all of the steps, but your healing team is. Healing team, please use the Healing Over Lifetimes plugin to bring healing to that wound. And this, what happens with the Healing Over Lifetimes plugin is it takes all the energies from lifetimes, past, present, future, parallel. And I had this image in a meditation where it puts it all in a spiral, and all of the wounds that are similar to the one behind what you're healing now, it's almost like they line up in the spiral. And your encodement team and your soul healing team is working to balance the encodements to do the soul healing work. Just let it happen and keep breathing. We forget how often we stop breathing. Okay, thank you, healing team. And now we ask for the removal of victim consciousness plug-in. Healing team, please remove victim consciousness from us. Listen, sweetie, I know you're hurting. There we go. If you ever have the why me, why did this have to happen, what's going on, whiny baby complaining kind of stuff, that's victim consciousness. What's the opposite of victim consciousness? It is the consciousness of accepting what is. We all get it. Maybe the Dalai Lama doesn't. It'd be nice to ask him that, wouldn't it? And I'm getting the message. Continue breathing, inhaling. Inhale through your nose, hold, and then exhale through your mouth. Good. And now we are going to establish our healing lecture room. And this actually is another form of protection. I have adapted what I learned from the Melchizedek method. With this, there is a floor of light below us, and the us in here is anyone who is listening or reading the transcript or who is here live. It is for anybody who accesses this information. We're all together on a soul level. There's a floor of light below us. There's a canopy of light above us. There are pillars of light in each of the corners of this wonderful room. And then surrounding the healing lecture room are members of the angelic realm. We have members from Archangel Michael's, Gabriel's, Uriel's, Zadkiel's, gosh, we're getting lots of people, Raphael's energy. And so they're members of the angelic realm, pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar. And in the center of this amazing room is the central pillar. And in our coming, they're parading in. I laughed at some of the things that I see coming in. So Nancy, the one who's been having problems with tornadoes, they're coming in with their tool belts on for you. I just want you to know that. And one of them has a banner that simply says love, and it's flashing all kinds of energy. And in comes Yeshua and Buddha. I see them coming in together. There is Moses coming in. Joshua is coming in. Isaiah, a prophet from the Hebrew scriptures, is coming in. Now think of what spiritual being you work with a lot. So I work with Amma mostly, but Amma and Abba don't come in. They overlight the whole energy. Their energy is surrounding us, and it is within us. The Chohans of the different rays are coming in. Mother Mary is in. She's a Chohan of one of the rays. Kuan Yin is in. She's one of the Chohans of one of the rays. Now there's a group coming in who are of the Galactic Command. Some of the Ashtar Command of the Galactic Command. We're having a big influx of beings who come in to celebrate with us. And so this is funny to me because I'm just pulling in some of these things that I hear some of the beings saying. One of them is saying, we are coming in to be with your funkiness. So if you're in a funk, to be with your funkiness. And this one's a member of the Galactic Command. I don't know who this is. It's not Ashtar, but whoever it is smiling and said, yes, we meant for you to smile. There. The first part, we have the healing lecture room, but we are going to do healing first. And Hilarion, who is the Chohan of the fifth ray of healing, is joining us with Yeshua, who is the Chohan of, I forgot which ray, if it was the fourth, I'd have to look it up, but I don't want to stop and do this. But he comes in as Sananda, in that energy of Sananda. And Hilarion is now arranging the healing room for all of us. And he says, each one of you are going to have your own little space. So imagine that you are moving into a room. You could say it's a doctor's examining room, but know that it is not, it's not limited. It's almost like you're in your own infinite space with you and with your healing team and with your angels and guides and anyone you call in. And there is a wonderful chair there that has a tube of light. It looks clear that can come down and help work with your energy. Or there is a table or bed or couch, whatever it is that you can lie upon. And it is the perfect vibration for you. And each one of you are going to have somebody special. You may have the same, some of you may have the same one, but it's somebody who is very special to you on a soul level. You might not have even met them yet because of the soul energy. Someone you know that works with you, and they are coming to stand with you and with your healing team to remind you that you are loved. And I'm asking your healing team to work with me as I do some body talk. The first thing we're doing is balancing the cortices of your brain. I'm not going to take you through the process, but just balancing you. The cortices of your brain, we are aligning all of the lobes of your brain: frontal lobe, prefrontal cortex, parietal lobe, temporal lobes, occipital lobes. We are linking all of those to each other in each hemisphere. And then we are linking one hemisphere to the other, and then the other hemisphere to the one. There is a difference in the communication between right to left and left to right. So we're doing all of that together. Breathe. Continue inhaling through your nose to a count of, I'm trying to remember what I read in the book. Let's go to a count of 5. Hold for a count of 7. And exhale through your mouth for a count of 8. And if you can't do it that long, just do it what you can. And keep doing that. And I'm getting the word, I used to do this a lot with people. When you inhale the color of energy that means God or creator to you. And exhale the energy, which is you're releasing, whether it's fear or funkiness or irritation, release that and see it in some color, whatever that color is, and exhale that. And again, inhale in the color you have for spirit, for the creator, for God. There you go. Keep doing that. Encodement team, we ask you to please align each person's encodement to the highest level of love that their body, their physical and emotional bodies can handle right now, and energetic bodies. I ask you also to activate the natural encodements which remind us that we are love. And now activate the natural encodements within us that remind us that we are beloved. Keep breathing. And now I see Hilarion using one of my favorite little tools that I don't use it verbally as often, but we are calling in Archangel Michael, or Michael, as he likes to be called also. And he has a golden net. For those of you lying down, he is going to start at your head. And he has someone special holding the other side of the net. He's on one side, he has someone special, somebody that you know and love, that has moved to the other realm. The one who is coming for me, that's interesting, is my brother Chris. And he's holding one side of the net with my mother and my grandmothers watching and supporting with love. And they are gently bringing the net from the top of your head, probably about 18 inches above, all the way down your body. And if you're sitting, if you see yourself sitting, it's also starting at the top of your head, moving everything down. Breathe and be willing to release any congested energy. Be willing to let it all go. There we are. A healing team, we ask you to balance our nervous system. In Body Talk, this is called switching. And it's bringing your meridians and your nervous system all together. And encodement team, please remove all the artificial encodements that are inhibiting that balance of your autonomic nervous system. There we go. Keep breathing. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Keep bringing in that color that represents God's love to you, in whatever name you use for that. Exhale whatever is holding you back or has you feeling funky or irritable or angry, fearful. In has come one of my favorite saints. For those of you who don't know, I was raised Catholic and I was a Catholic sister for 20 years. And just lately have gotten really back into my Catholicism by bringing in all the mysticism and what I do now. And one of my favorite saints has come in, who is Saint Teresa of Avila. Why is she one of my favorite saints? Because of the story that I heard. She was going across the river or a creek or something in the carriage, and there was a rush of water, and it turned her carriage over. So I can just see her now. Imagine being wet as can be, pulling out of the water, and she was made some comment to God about it, like, why? That's the victim consciousness, right? Why? And God says, what she heard from God was, I test those I love. And Teresa's response was a very, can you imagine this response? Somebody saying to God, that's why you have so few friends. So it's one of my favorite stories. I don't know if it's real or not, but I like that. And she is coming to balance the energy of acceptance of what is, which in the metaphysical tradition is the first ray of God, the blue ray. There you go. Now, I am asking for the influx of energy of the exact vibration that you need right now for healing. And I want I'll be quiet for about a minute while that is happening with you. And now Hilarion is inviting you to stand and to bring to you all of the people that you have on your mind and your heart for healing. And you who have been receiving healing now, ask for even more energy to come in through the crown of your head, and ask for the exact vibration of energy that you need to send to those whom you love or are thinking of. And just allow that energy to come into you and flow through you, out through your heart, through the palms of your hands, to those you know who are in fear, who are ill, who are having familial troubles, who are having troubles with themselves. Send that energy out. You are a vehicle of love. You don't have to have anything but the intention for the other person's highest good. And interestingly enough, Amma wants you to continue doing this as she comes in to talk. So the next one that you hear from will be Amma. Dear ones, you are having the experience right now of bringing in the energy of love. And for those of you who are not here at the live call, feel yourself bringing in the energy of love. Ask to be opened to the energy of love for yourself, and then to flow through you to those that you are holding in your mind, in your heart, in your care. And as you do this, let me tell you what is happening this week. This is the solstice week, is it not? There has been a beautiful and wonderful full moon that many of you have seen. Some of you, it was clouded and you've missed seeing it, but the energy is there. What is happening now? What did this solstice bring in? What have these energies brought into you that is happening now? My precious ones, the changes are coming. They are already here. The energy comes first. One of the major changes that you are having is your weather. Some of you have noticed that it is hotter, it is colder. There is more rain, there is less rain. There are more storms. There is quietness. Things are changing. Part of the cause of the changes is what is happening in this world emotionally. Because where do the changes first begin? They begin within you. The reason you had such a longer healing session today than the other is because of the energy that is coming in and releasing within you lower vibration energy, the energy of fear, the energy of fear that you are not enough. That is coming into you. That energy is leaving you. You are coming in with the energy of love, which changes your vibration. Excuse the little one who is talking. You wonder, why does this one bring a dog into her energy who is not who is not calm? And it's because the dog is a rescue and the dog has its own energy and there's nobody else in the house. And everyone will hear the barking continually. Let us just excuse the little rescue dog, okay? And now, just as that dog is in fear of what happens because its life changed so radically, humanity is in fear because their lives are changing radically. Radically. Think of what is not happening where you are. There is not war. Those of you listening would not be listening if there was war. But there is fear of what is happening. There are changes within you. Now the energies are increasing to such the state that is activating in different ways your crystalline DNA. This has been going on for several decades. The energy is increasing, and your physical body is reacting to these changes. If you had clarity within you and your energy, if you did not have stiff shoulders, stiff necks, a calm digestive system, if you had that, which means you didn't have trouble going on and everything else, you would be clear, because all of those things that are happening is a sign of emotional holding on to what is negative or low, or the fear. That is what it is signs of. If you were totally clear, if you were totally within your heart source 24 hours a day, if you were totally in that space, your crystalline DNA would activate without difficulties in your body. Just as there is within you a battle between the spiritual and the emotional, and there does not need to be, because the emotional can be part of the spiritual. But there is a battle within you, and there is a battle in the coming together of the crystalline and the physical DNA. The crystalline DNA is not like a quartz crystal. It is just the way it looks in the energy. It looks like there are crystals surrounding it, and it is of different colors. And here is something that you may not know. The colors that are emanating from your crystalline DNA and are surrounding your physical, inviting the physical to come to wholeness within the crystalline, they depend upon, are activated by the colors within your heart hologram, which is in the front of your heart chakra on a different level, a different dimension. And all of your energy is coming together now. The aura, the meridians, the acupressure and acupuncture points, the chakras, your crystalline DNA, they're all coming together. It is easier for them to come together when you stay within your heart source. How do you know you're not in your heart source? When you are in fear, when you are in anxiety, when you are irritable. It's part of life. It is part of human life. Have you noticed, if you are out in the country or you know where animals are, like in this place where this one lives, she can hear the coyotes howling at night. There are more howls. They feel, the animal kingdom feels the changes that are happening. The birds feel the changes that are happening. They are portents of amazing things to come. But first is the clearing. Bring in the energy, invite the energy in. Tell your crystalline DNA you're ready for it to change. You're ready for it to have activated within your divine blueprint, what some call the Adam Kadmon, to activate within it the, oh, do you call it special gifts, psychic gifts? But they are the gifts you were made to have, of intuition, of clairvoyance, being able to see energy, of clairaudience, being able to hear your angels and your guides, to be able to smell the sweetness of life, or to be able to smell the warnings of life, which are not so sweet. There are people here that can smell darkness. It smells like something that is rotting in many ways. When you are filled with darkness, and none of you here are filled with darkness, you do have some darkness. That's what is the causing the pain in shoulders and knees and the eyes. But you are life. You are love. When you stay in that love, which is what staying in the heart source does, it allows your energy to activate in such a way that the crystalline DNA within you is activated even more. And the crystalline DNA comes into the physical DNA and activates the divine blueprint even more. It is about the moreness of love, the moreness of joy, the moreness of manifestation. This is an exciting time to be here. You have been here for decades. Oh, some of the young ones have not been here as many decades as the older. But you, young ones, you play an important role within what is happening in the planet, because you are redefining how to live in this third dimensional world as you activate within you, or have activated within you, the higher gifts, but you don't have a model, a mentor to show you how to use them. You are coming back into the time of more relationship with people and less without having to please others, whether it is business or study or change. You are going to be the leaders on this planet, as some of these amazing beings who are older will be leaving to support you on this earth plane within the spiritual. So I am bringing in so much in this short period of time. I recognize that. Those of you who have been here for decades, 50, not 50 decades, 50 years, 60 years, 70, 80, even into the 90s, you are the way showers. Accept the changes in the DNA. Breathe out the fear, the discord. Yes, breathe out the fear of tornadoes coming, of floods coming, of hurricanes coming. They are going to continue to come because people have emotions which are going out into the world, causing more fear in the weather. The energy has to be dissipated. And you who have been around for a while and are learning more and more about love, and learning more and more about staying within your heart, when you know a storm is coming, whether it is hanging out in the ocean, or whether you have heard it's coming across the continent, or it is swirling around as a tornado. Stand within your heart and know that you may send from your very energy, from the palms of your hands, from your heart, the energy of be still, be calm. Activate Michael's sword within you and send the sword within the energy of the storm, and ask for an influx of love through you, and you even you make that love stronger by bringing it through you and sending it out with love. Love for the planet, love for those who brought in the fear and the anger, which is causing the changes in the weather. The earth is going through her own changes, and you are going through your changes. And you who listen to this message, you who read this message, know that your role is to stay within your heart source and to channel the energy of love, the exact vibration of love through you that is needed for this planet. You would not be here today if you had not chosen to do this. You are the light workers. You are the star seeds. You are the lighthouses for this planet. And yes, it is a big responsibility. And yes, you are up to it. You have those angels and guides and healing teams who are with you, that you have chosen and selected before you even incarnated, who are providing to you the love and the support. You are not here alone. You are here with protection, with honor, with joy, and with love, and all on the spiritual realm are gathered around you to be who you need to be, love incarnate, the power and presence of God, to assist everyone on this planet through these difficult times. And you are here to show them how to remain in a place of love when there is chaos in many ways. I hope you do not interpret this message as being negative. Yes, it is a message of telling you you have much to do. So I simply say to you, do it. We are here with you. You are in my womb. You are in Abba's heart. And you are surrounded by the energies of love who manifest themselves, who show themselves as different, amazing personalities of creation. I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers, and oh, precious ones, I am your mother, and we are doing this together. This is Kathy, and that is not what I was expecting from Amma for this message, but she was calling all of us to accountability, wasn't she?
Yes. Again.
Yep, again, and we have to keep remembering. I guess we need to call each other. I haven't seen her in ages, but a friend of mine, she would call every once in a while. And this is really when I was just getting in here. And she would say, you need to remind me, I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Remind me.
It's so true. It's so true.
It is. Take care, everyone. Much love
Thank
to
you
you.
again for
Yes.
the wonderful gift.
Thank you so
Kathy.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mama.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Cleo, very beautiful.
Cleo.
Have a
Thank
good day.
Love, love, love.
Bye.
Bye.